You see, that's why I don't want to get involved in it. It's already happened. You know, I've already been told I'm not liked. I've already been told this. I've already been told that. I've been told the whole thing already. See, I've already been discussed by people in the group as well. Whereas I have not done that with anybody. Right? All these issues and these things have already happened. And it's why I don't want to go there with it. I'm quite happy just to let it lie in my head, let 11 days go, and me just get off this. Out of it.
Why are you avoiding the issue?
Gary, I just really don't want to talk to you anymore. Simple as that, really.
I don't really want to talk to you, but I'm making an effort to do it.
There we go. We're both happy.
Because you wouldn't...
No, neither of you are.
Listen, no, I'm not happy. Because I'll tell you the reason why...
Do you see, here we go again?
How long? Don't raise your voice, mate.
You know, that does not go anywhere to solving anything, because it's just a load of raised voices.
If I can't put my point across, what am I supposed to do? Sit there like a little lamb?
No one should leave, but there's no point in you trying to resolve this, because it's an impossible task.
Anthony, could I come in?
I'm no interest in talking to Gary. I really didn't want to go there with this. And I knew this was going to happen. And it's why I don't want to talk to him. But if I could really say what I'm annoyed with is the fact that you feel free just to say what you're thinking and to deliver it. Whereas I'm going to be a bit more careful about how I'm going to deliver it to you so you don't get it the wrong way. Oh, I'm really sorry that that's happened. It's like you can never get away from it, can you?
Well, I mean, as you know, in the monastic life, we take a vow of stability, so you can't go in that sense.
Yeah,
and that, I mean, what we always come back to is the one person you can't get away from is yourself. That sort of thing. So that, I think that's part of what's going on.
I admit I'm complicated. Do you know? I could be moody, I could be the whole lot of it, but I try not to put it on anybody. As soon as I think I'm behaving like that, I try and step out of the picture. That's my mechanism for me to feel safe. It's my bubble. Because, you know, sorry, I didn't have a mum and I didn't have a dad, and I've created my little world for me, and I don't invade anybody's world. And do you know what? There are a lot of people out there who like me for my, you know, and they gradually get to know me. I don't give you 6 weeks. No, I can't just give it you like that.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sorry.
Do you like yourself?
Do I like myself? Sometimes. At this point right now, I don't like myself because I think I'm behaving really badly, and I'm sticking my heels in, and it's like, I don't like it.
It would be great.
It's really unfair that I've got this camera.
It would be great
killing me.
if at the end of the 6 weeks you liked yourself more.
Well, I was liking myself more.
Even before that, okay.
I was liking myself more, but I didn't want to have to meet this confrontation. Yeah. It's not that I dislike him. I don't dislike him. I don't dislike him.
That's what he was trying to say to you, and I think you did hear it, didn't you?
I wasn't listening at the time. I heard what he said.
You did
but
sort of hear it.
I wasn't listening at the time.
I need to go away and pray a little bit.
Sure.
My thought is that God has got something in store, but I'm not quite sure what it is.
Yeah. Dying to know what that is.
God bless.
I feel quite numb because I don't know how to handle that situation. But I'm certainly, you know, going to spend time in prayer here tonight a wee bit and tomorrow and just ask God to help me to know how to deal with it, because I don't want the fella to be isolated. I want him to be as much involved in the whole community as much as I am. And I just hope that he can be and can feel safe within it. I really do.
The following morning, tensions are still running high. The group is scheduled to visit a neighbouring monastery, a charter house of the Carthusian order, and the abbot will not let the argument disrupt his plans.
Father Luke debriefed me on last night's meeting and said it was a difficult meeting, and I don't think anybody denied it was a difficult meeting. So what I'd do is two things really. One is just press a pause button for last night's meeting and then say something about the Carthusians. Here's the first part of my pause button really, which comes from those last chapters of the rule. By following this path, they try to be first to show respect to one another with the greatest patience in tolerating weaknesses of body or character. They should even be ready to outdo each other in mutual obedience, so that no one in the monastery aims at personal advantage, but is rather concerned for the good of others. So I just want to leave that there, press that pause button, and just say a bit about the Carthusians, who you're going to visit now. The balance of their life, it's got the same contents as ours, with which they bake a very, very different cake. They have more time on their own and less time in community. They're much more like monks who are hermits.
The monks at Parkminster do not usually open their doors to visitors and have only agreed as a favour to Father Christopher. For the group, it's a unique opportunity to experience monasticism in its purest form, which Father Christopher hopes will inspire them on their own spiritual journeys. Parkminster is home to a community of 25 monks. The group is to be shown around by Father Cyril, the novice master. The monastery itself consists of individual hermitages built around the cloister, which at 1/4 of a mile each side is the longest in Europe. The monks here spend 18 hours a day alone in their rooms, working, studying and praying in silence. They will only leave their cells 3 times a day to attend church, where they sing God's praises, mostly in Latin.
So we get these, it's Gregorian chant. So we'd be singing from these books, the various people like that. You're separated. And evidently, we spend about 5.5 hours a day in the office. But we get up at midnight, and then midnight to about 3 o'clock, 3:30. So you have about a 3-hour stent in the middle of the night, and then mass in the morning, and then vespers in the evening.
You do it from midnight to 3 o'clock in the morning?
Yes. It's a great time to be up.
It's a great time to sleep.
No, in fact, well, it's very, very traditional. Those night hours, they're really wonderful times for prayer.
Speech is permitted just twice a week, and even then only for a few hours. The Carthusians believe that it's in the silence and solitude, through continual prayer and contemplation, that their hearts will become purified and they will receive God's word.
Where the food comes.
Every morning, each monk has food delivered through the hatch of his hermitage and is left on his own to pray and reflect. Surprisingly, Father Cyril is not short of volunteers, although not many last the distance.
You don't realise just how much you depend on the whole sort of familiar things, words being said to you, people reacting to you, your sense of your own identity as to what you're doing. Solitude is merciless. You can't get away with it.
Yeah. I mean, is there any way that what's generated here sort of permeates beyond?
We can never be anything but a sort of a symbolic presence. Never that we don't expect everybody to go into a church house, but it is important that somewhere that just the essential thing, which is the reality of God and the reality of communion with God, it does exist in its pure form somewhere. But we know that every time a butterfly plants its wings, it can be felt in China. Well, spiritually speaking, if there's that sort of, there's anything in depth that's going really and opening to God, in one sense, it's letting in a source of life and light to the whole of humanity.
While I was there, I felt absolutely awestruck. And I felt dizzy. That singularity of purpose is taken to the ultimate extreme.